Hello, Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, Cancers, let's get right into your reading. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards, Cancers. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. All right, talking to you wherever Cancer is in your birth chart. You got some good news coming across your path. So start being grateful right now. Start being grateful right now, Cancers. Here we have Page of Cups. So lips start moving. 3 looks like a pair of lips. Set of lips. Pair or set? I don't know. Whatever. Here we have the King of Wands here. So your prayers are being answered. Whatever your prayers are, they are being answered. So here we have the Ten of Wands here. I do see somebody being busy. Lots of duties and responsibilities. I see you being able to put the past behind you. So someone is inspired to finally move on from something. So here we have the Five of Cups here. And, finally, someone is finally inspired to finally move on from something, no longer motivated by something that they may have been attached to, emotional attachment. So they finally inspired to move on from something. So you got some good news. Cancer, coming across your path. So a younger person. So it could be a mentee. It could be somebody that you're dating. It could be somebody that you're related to. They're finally inspired to move on from something. Finally ready to see that they matter, right? Finally able to find their star, their purpose in this world. There's hope, bliss, optimism for them. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it could be somebody that you're dating. It could be somebody you're married to. It could be your adult child. It could be your significant other. Finally, they're ready to detach, some kind of emotional detachment where they could have been under some kind of a spell. So what they need is your compassion. They don't need I told you so. They don't need any toxicity from you. None whatsoever. They're finally able to move on from something that had them in survival mode. See, what you all had to finally do, what you had to finally learn how to do, Cancer, was stop the over nurturing. What you all had to learn how to do is detach. Once you learn how to detach, and that could be hard for you all. That's why I always tell people, like, I don't know too many people who can just detach, like, snatch a plug out of the wall. I know that's the term I use, but I don't know too many people who can detach. You may go into your crab shell and cry, people can't see you crying. You may put on some big black sunglasses and a big floppy hat, give the appearance that you're not crying, dab your nose a little bit, but people can't see, you looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But somebody finally woke up to the fact that I'm talking to men and women, Cancers, somebody finally woke up to the fact that you are the real deal, like in terms of just your nurturing spirit. Like that can't be mirrored, that cannot be faked. So somebody finally woke up to that. So it cannot be fake. You being a sweetheart, this cannot be faked. So somebody is finally moving on, finally saying they don't want to be connected to fake compassion, right? So good, you got some good news coming across your path. They finally leaving behind fake compassion. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So you are going to feel like there's a whole new lease on life. But so are they. So it could be an employee coming back to a job, finally saying, I was out there working for somebody else and it just didn't work out. It could be an employee, one of your old employees coming back saying, hey, listen, them people crazy. Or it could be a friend coming back saying, man, you was a real friend. Finally, some people wake up because now, what is it? Pluto in Aquarius, people are starting to, wipe the slate clean and starting to see, wow, just going through a rebirth, a metamorphosis, going through a very powerful transformation. And some people were just kind of obsessed with a way of thinking, because Pluto is the planet of obsession also, and just kind of seeing things through a rebirth, through a fresh lens, and saying, wow, man, right? So so somebody's gonna feel like you got some youthful energy here. Something's gonna feel very youthful to you, feeling like Something youthful. But of course, you have options too. It's not just because somebody just decided they woke up from a trance that you just going to just accept anything with just open arms either, right? But I do see you having an enormous amount of compassion for you first, right? And also for other people. For you, for making sure you're pouring from a full cup. So I do see you being in a posture of gratitude though. But sometimes you got to pull your energy back. You got to pull your energy back first, Cancer. So whoever this is, somebody is finally, it can even be your kids. It can be, it could be younger kids that's finally like, they trying to mirror, mom or dad at the other house, just saying it's not the same, so whoever it is, you're going to be grateful that you pulled your energy back and you just refuse to mix in with toxic energy. You're going to be grateful. So somebody's going to be grateful. You and they are going to be grateful. So, yeah, that you finally made a decision. And you're not gonna waver anymore. You are not going to waver anymore. Or you are not mixing your functionality with their dysfunctionality. You're not doing that. You'll be just grateful that you let people find their own star. For you, it's black and white. You will not be used as a pawn anymore. And so it's going to be the same thing for them. They won't be used as a pawn anymore. So what happened, Cancer, is that whoever this energy is that was being used as a pawn, they'll now know real from the fake. You set something in motion for them, what a real sweetheart is in real life. So the younger they are, you just put them in motion for the rest of their life. The older that they are, it doesn't really matter what age they're in. It really doesn't really matter. But the younger they are, they'll be able to tell. They'll never. It's like forever. They'll be able to tell that fresh water. So even if it's somebody that you dated, they'll actually measure this relationship by there'll be nobody else like you. So it'd be hard to forget you, if that makes any sense, right? I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, because that can actually end up being an obsession, right? You're like, oh my God, they can never stop talking about you, right? So I don't know, but because you poured so much into something, so let's say your mom or dad, and somebody else try to mirror you. That's why I always tell people there's nobody like anybody. There is no competition out here. So some younger person is now realizing that you can't be duplicated. You can't be mirrored. That's what this is. They don't want to be in survival mode anymore. Right? They don't want to be manipulated anymore by somebody who is just cold and heartless. All they had to do was get to you, because once they get to you, you got it from there. Once they get to you, you got it from there. Your compassion. Here we have your compassion. Yeah, because your compassion won't be matched. Your compassion cannot be matched. So here we have the Two of Wands here. So, because you already know what it feels like when you're with an energy and you feel very much alone, so you already know how cold people can be. See how this person right here sitting on the beach right here, you can tell the weather is warm, right? But you know what it's like to be with a cold-hearted energy who is just trying to compete with you. Somebody was just trying to compete with you, Cancer. And so you know what that feels like. So the energy was just trying to hurt you in some way, shape, from trying to control you. That's a master manipulator. So if they can't control you, whoever they were using as a pawn, they always felt like they were by themselves anyway. So until they finally woke up and said, okay, I don't want to be around this. I don't want to be around this. Right? Yeah. I don't want to be around this. So they always felt like they were by themselves until they woke up, until their third eye popped open. Yep. Until they finally decided, hey, they don't want to be a fool anymore. They don't want to be a fool anymore. They don't want to be played like a fool, like a clown anymore. They don't want to be, be used as a distraction anymore. They don't want to be played as a pawn anymore. So something is happening. You're going to feel very fortunate that they finally made a decision. And it was their decision to make. Once you remove yourself from the equation, these master manipulators can't say, oh, it was because of cancer this, cancer that. And if it's let's say you're dating somebody and it's the ex and there's kids involved, the ex can't say, oh, it was cancer created some kind of confusion. Nope, because you removed yourself from the equation altogether. Like, nope, hands off. I don't have nothing to do with it. If you're a mentor and if it was somebody's parents and it was a student, even if you're an educator, their parents can't even say, oh, it was because you removed yourself from the equation. You let them make a clear and concise decision. All you was just doing was just being a cancer. That's it, a sweetheart cancer. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or however you identify. It doesn't matter. You were just being yourself. Even if you were the ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife, or what, you just being yourself. When you completely just remove yourself from the equation, you refuse to be used as a pawn in somebody else's game. You stop calling them. You block their number. You just refuse to be. You just, like I said, you made sure your water was. You can't pour from an empty cup. You made sure your water was high. Your high vibrational, good energy. Your sweetheart energy. You're like, I'm not gonna be able to use as a pawn in the game. No, I'm not trying to be your friend. You're dating somebody. You married. You got a mom, you got a dad, you over there. I don't want to have nothing to do with any of that craziness going on over there. You got to make your own decisions. And somebody made a decision. They chose you. Page of Pentacles. They chose you. You and somebody going to feel like it's a whole new lease on life because you can't fake it. That's why I keep reminding you all Cancers that y'all are sweethearts. So if y'all don't hear it on any other channel, y'all going to hear it on this channel because I know signs very well. So I speak to your highest frequency on my channel. So even if, and I know that obviously, I know what Cancers look like at their highest and lowest frequency. We're talking about frequency here. But I'm talking to your highest, speaking to your highest, saying that you have an option. Don't let people drain you. Don't stay around master manipulators where they drain all of your energy, where you actually end up looking like the bad guy because you mirror their energy. You let them get you out of sorts. So next thing you know, you look like some raging bull, and they sitting back smiling like, see, they taking pictures, recording. You see, they got the anger issue, anger problem, when it's really them that you're mirroring, their spirit. Just don't go anywhere near them. So when you look back, you just like, I can't even believe I even allowed myself to be around that type of energy. And it's the same thing with somebody figuring it out. You and somebody had to figure out being around those types of spirits. Absolutely, you can end up mirroring that type of an energy. That's why I always tell people, it's like, misery loves company. You got to some people figure it out in time. Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of people think, oh, I can handle that energy. I'm good. I just keep my water filled. But you can't help it as a water sign. As a water sign, water is reflective. Water is reflective. You can't help but to mirror that energy, right? So Knight of Wands. So you just stay away from them. Just free yourself. Free yourself to stay as far away from them. They hot-headed. Just get as far away from them as possible. They mean spirit. Get as far away from them as possible. Just detach. For real. You see a burning building. You get on the phone and call you're not a fire woman or fireman, fire person. Let's just put it there. You get as far away from them as possible. You see family stuff break out, hey, leave. Call for help. Get as far away from them as possible. So toss something into a burning bowl. You are protected by angels. Do the mirror work. Relax. You have the gift of clairvoyance. You see things clearly now. Angel Uriel, the angel of prophecy and wisdom, is with you. Somebody failed at stealing your identity. Your ancestors have a message for you. The enemy's plan backfire. Your well of joy is within you. Yeah, somebody envies you. You all are highly creative, but your motivation has changed now. I'm telling y'all, Cancers, be very careful and protect your water. For real. Keep your water flushed out. Because you all are really sweethearts. And people work extra hard to prove that you all are not. If you don't hate anything else in this reading, people will work overtime to prove that you all are not. And even if you all are, let's say your sun, moon rising, or the inner planets are not Cancer or water energy, right? Let's say you're very in tune with Cancer or any water in your birth chart, period. Stay away from those hot-headed energies. Just stay away from them, period. Go right into prayer. There's another way you can be motivated by something else, like prayer. Sending good energy. If you don't pray, send good energy out into the universe. Just stay away from them. They can't control their anger. Don't even be around shady people. Just get away from them. Don't even be motivated to even hang around them. Sarcastic, all that mess. Ask Source for clarity. We'll close out the cycle in love. Yeah, so somebody is finally finding their star. Somebody finally finding their star and leaving the their motivation is changing. Their motivation is changing. Right? They have finally made a decision. Right? It's time to release negativity. So Scorpio will sting itself to death. Right? It's so fixated, it'll sting itself to death. So fixated on hurting somebody else, it'll sting itself to death. So Pluto, like I said, Scorpio is a water sign, right? And Pluto, which is is a judgment card, is also, like I said, Pluto is now in Aquarius, right? So Pluto is the planet of obsession, power, transformation, death, rebirth. So there's a rebirth happening here. So, but the rebirth is into humanitarianism. So there's a force here of forced humanitarianism. The whole planet is going through a shift of focusing on, stepping into a rebirth. This very powerful transformation. So divine source, help me know that all of my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan, that the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Yeah, you are my source for all. So let's go ahead and close it out. So this is it. Close it out. Yeah. Some people are so obsessed with using people as pawns in their little game. For them, it's just so black and white that they'll literally sting themselves to death. They end up hurting themselves to use people as pawns. So peace, waves of peace are washing over my body. I find stillness in the eye of the storm. I am stronger than my circumstances. I release all feelings of anxiety. I am free from overwhelm. Today I smile because I'm alive. I am blessed to be here now. All is well and I am healing. So work, I am grateful for insight, genuine and productive conversations. I give thanks. All discord is now exiting my life with harmony and ease. All right, harmony and ease. Number 8, I am successful. So your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. That is what I have for you, Cancers. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.